I'm going to cut some notches in it using I think this is a tile cutter. It's like a file on the edge. Say about an inch down. I got one of them, a coarse rat tail file, whatever they call it. Chainsaw file would probably do as well. I'll do the same with the other one. What I'm going to do now is just get sandpaper and just smooth everything down. I'm not going to work too much on this surface, but on these corners, the sides, these corners, around the knocks and everything, and over these lumps. Do inside the knocks. I'll finish that off and then we'll do binding it together or whatever. Right, according to the Traditional Buddhist Bible, the next step is to overlap them by about 12 inches. I'm just going to mark this on here, I'll show you. It's overlapped like this. Just about see that? Overlapped. What I'm going to do to give it a bit of like bite together, I'm going to wrap this in tape already, just to give it some, it might help, I don't know how much to cling on to. And what the actual people who make these bows from Bhutan or whatever, they normally put a nail through it. Doesn't say to do that in Traditional Buddhist Bible, but I am going to put a nail in it. And in the Traditional Buddhist Bible, The only way they've actually bound bears together is purely with tape, nothing else at all. But I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to bind these with string. I'm just going to see which way it lays on better. It seems to be laying alright like that. I'm just going to temporarily bind these. Right, now I'm going to end up with a bit of a gap in the middle here. I'll sort that out because I hadn't put these nodes down low enough, but it should be alright. What I didn't want to do was have the node just past the handle in case that is a weak spot. We'll see. I'm going to try and get that right tight down there like that. Right, I'll sort that out. What I've done now is I've very carefully drilled a hole through the middle. Hopefully you can see this. Through the middle and put a screw. They normally put a nail in it, but I thought a screw might bring mine slightly closer together. And like I said, I've never done this one before. A bit more of an experiment than anything. I'm half following the directions from the traditional Bowyer's Bible, well, what directions they did have in there. Other than that, I've got to pretty much make it up as I go along. What I'm going to do in a minute is wrap this with string, or some of it, and bind it with string. That's it so far. Got a slight recurve to it. Can't really see, but this is the back at the back of the bow. So like that. Got a bit of bend. It all depends whether I've tapered these good enough. If you taper these properly, it should get kind of like an automatic tiller, because it'll be wider going to thinner, because nearly all of this is the exact same thickness all the way along except for where the node is. But we'll see. But if this goes wrong, I've still got all this to make more out of. So I'll try this as the first one and we'll see. Right, a bit of string. And I'll bind it on each end. Not on the end, I mean on the end of the limb. To give it a bit more strength. Than this tape alone. I'll bind it around like that. Can always can always put a little bit of super glue on it as well. Make sure it stays tight, solid. Just going to bind it like that, each end. Well, that's it basically done. Wrap the handle, nail in the middle, or screw in this case. I'll try and bend it a bit so it's like, oh, wrong way around. I'll string it and then we'll try it. Or we'll give it some flex. I'll just put the string on and then we'll keep flexing it for a while. Alright, I'll string the bow now. Oh, we've only got a low brace height at the minute, but we can see now it's going to bend. What I'll do, I'll keep flexing it for a while, like this, and then we'll put an arrow. I'll brace it properly, we'll put an arrow in it and see what it's like. I'll put it on the tillering stick and see what that's like. It feels quite powerful, it's surprising. It actually feels quite powerful. That's shocking. Bending not too bad. This one to me seems to be bending better. That one seems a little stiff. Surprised me. Doesn't feel weak at all. So far so good. Shorten the string now. I'll just try this again. Try it this way this time. Fucking hell. Oh. God, that seems way more powerful than you think. Christ. Not what I thought it was going to be. That's the proper brace height now, really. It weigh up to £30 over, I'd have thought. What I'm going to do though, like I said, I'm going to gradually keep pulling it slowly and have a look. Then we'll get back and I'll do another bit of the video. Right, that's basically the bow done. I've got a low brace height on it at the minute. I'll raise that up once I've done a few more shots on it. I'll set this camera up and I'll shoot it. And what I'll do is tomorrow or later I'll actually do an outdoor shooting video. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Low brace height, whipped my arm pretty bad. Very fast. So far, pretty good. Surprisingly fast compared to what I thought it was going to be. Try and get an angle you can see. Oh, that really has surprised me how good this bow is. Very fast. Well, it seems very fast. I'll have to test the draw weight. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll do some better shooting videos of it. I'll do it outside. You can see better angles. I'll have to do that tomorrow, so I'll have to do that as a part 2. Anyway, cheers for watching. I'll see you next time.